The worst thing, absolute bitterest, gruesome, single most detrimental thing any kind of nation can do to a person is making them feel like learning ain't fun. I can tell you, it is. It is fun. Learning is fun like sitting on a swing and hanging with your mates if you have any, or with the cat, if that's allowed in your building block of servants to the masses of servants serving each other, telling each other not to get too proud yet feed on the humble. Learning is fun if you see how knowledge grows like trees and grasses and waving reeds, and you learn to weed out the things you wish not to let grow within your nurturing sunny herb garden of the mind. Learning is fun when you can travel on worlds of words, through wormholes of metaphor and into distant galaxies of the imagination, the magic energy of existence. Surf it, baby, keep your fishbowl brain intact, that gyroscopic bioelectric compass helping to navigate the whirlwinds and atom storms, the neurochutes and ladders snaking through our inner playground. The human body, our tiny little bio-spaceship that we astronaut around in on this bigger playground, this spaceball planet, as our whole galaxy travels on, shooting through the universes like a frisbee made of suns and nebulae. Our biospaceship that is home to entire colonies of bacteria, pathogens, microbes, flexes, pattern ghosts, and vibrant calculations, stored aspirations, mental meditations, liquid flowing dances like a little chip in the data storage of the biochemical circuitry that connects all humans to the natural frequencies humming through our souls. You got a chip on your shoulder? So plug it in to your biochem system, you. Just browse the data after checking and removing all toxicity from your mind and drive. Wouldn't want to spoil the ride. How do I know? Ask the Belgian. They're born with a pack of chips on their shoulders. They invented it, so to speak. Yet another country with a severe case of the PTSD. When wounded from war, yet you have to keep going, the stitches won't hold and the wounds will tear anew, while the jackals you befriend just come close enough to lick your blood, and they won't attack but rather keep you alive like a walking blood bank, a Maasai cow, a zombie slave in hell, outbound, inbound, and all wired up, while your boss, like an old snail-headed Japanese bondage master, stands there suckling on your agony, like a kid on a glowful biscuit, watching his favorite sibling undergo punishment for what busy bossy did, waiting till the straps of bondage become influential to your fluid circulation up to the point of seemingly existential, until you slowly give in to the directed pose and lean into the ropes. Till, like the knot tied in the chastity rope to ever so slightly yet in perpetuity rub, knead, and pinch the clit, the strategical heart bulge in the center of your office chair presses into your cavity, your undercaverns, your pleasure-sensitive tipping center, and you prostrate yourself and give in to the pleasure of pain, absolving yourself from shame by blaming the ties that bind us all, the freedom to survive. And how much rope is too much anyway? And hanging usually takes the least of rope, if you come to think of it. A lot less than keel hauling anyways. Legendary as a punishment, it actually started as a bravery, saving time and clearing debris of the bow, saving lives by fixing leaks with hammered-in pegs covered with sailcloth and tar, nailed in with the might of a monster, while you're tied at the shoulders, waist, and feet to a crosser rope that cuts the circumference of the underwater ship into quadrants, port to bow, starboard to poop, and you can only hope for a decently humane quartermaster and bosun to mediate the crew, to administer precisely the right amount of tension so there's enough clearance left between you and a barnacled hull that, like a multi-mounted beast camouflaged as a ship, has as liquid an appetite for blood as a pirate for spirits. Good spirits, alcoholic or not. Joyous spirits so shocking, shaking and rolling that after a while you have to quit them or risk laughing yourself to death. Loving spirits you end up treating hard as their fluid-flowing love makes you melt into a puddle of spiced sweetness, dark and stark like rum. Brave spirits fighting for survival, fully aware they're already dead. Spirits from the deep. Spirits from the deep. Spirits from the deep, like I once on a stormy night that broke like a falling bowl of raging tears on the hard surface of the sea, saw clambering over the preacher's pulpit on the bow of my ship. Yes, death itself took them bars like a ladder and climbed aboard and stared me down upon the pitching deck as the shine of the foam sprayed the scenery with ghostly candlelight, paler than the mirror moon above, and I stared back. My black and red boat with the sperm whale painted like a shark on the bow of an army plane from the time when troops started becoming machines. Red and green nav lights, glistening waves, and yes, death itself in ripped, shredded cloth of sailor suit and seaweed with barnacled gaze and a beard just like mine but salt bleached to diamond sharp white, stood dancing in tune to the vertical bass line of the pumping deck, the waves running the pitch and heel like a 3D beat master grinning in my face. Death had come to see what I was horsing up to, and I took the beat, and I clacked the sheet, and a dancing we went, him on the front deck and me in the pit, while the stormy winds howled and bowed, the buoys dim lit, and the ups and downs of life tossed my being to and fro, and dead saw I, and all was good, and so it let me go. While I laughed and waved goodbye as the spirit ascended through the sky, I figured, heck, that was fun. I feel warm and new again. Guess I just sailed over an old wreck and released the salty soul of a mariner that had had enough of sleeping underneath a blanket of blue and singing waves. Happy travels, mate. My blessing wish evaporating with the sight of him in the trashing veils of cloud foams and wind, and as I said so, to my ever-crowded self, suddenly in overview I flew over the scene and I saw my ship like a 3D pixel on the smoky touch screen of the universe, scoring the points of releasing the soul. Add life force by facing death. No matter what games you play, go have a drink with him, go talk to her. Be friends with your physical mortality. Are you game?